Good morning, children. This is Venkat, Computer Faculty of DAV Public School, Dr. NTTPS. Welcome back to the second session of lesson Functions in MS Excel. In session 1, you have learnt about basics of MS Excel, like what is MS Excel, how to open MS Excel, what are the screen elements of MS Excel, what are rows and columns, and what are cells. Let us see the procedure to increase or decrease the row height. Children, all of you know that rows are nothing but horizontal lines, and these rows are denoted by numbers. So if you want to increase or decrease the row height, you have to follow the procedure which is shown here. You have to click on Home tab. Next you have to select cells group, and in that select cells group you have to select the format option. From that format option you have to click on row height. So when you click on row height option, you will get the dialog box like this, which is displayed here. So after seeing the dialog box, enter the value there and click on OK. So according to the value we enter there, the row height may be increased or decreased. Children, row height is measured in points. So 1 inch is equal to 72 points. The default row height is 12.75. The minimum row height is 0 and the maximum row height is 409. Children, just now we have seen the procedure to increase or decrease the row height. In the same way, now let us see the procedure to increase or decrease the column width. Columns are nothing but vertical lines, and the columns are denoted by alphabets or letters. So if you want to increase or decrease the column width, you have to click on Home tab, Cells group, and in that cells group select the format option, and in that format option you have to click on column width. When you click on the column width option, you will get the dialog box which is displayed here, and in this column width dialog box, enter the value and click on OK. So according to the column width what you enter there, the column width may be increased or decreased. The default column width is 8.11. The minimum column width is 0 characters and the maximum column width is 255 characters. Children, in the previous session you have learnt that every cell will have its own address, which is called as cell address, and this cell address is denoted by column name and row number. In the picture which is shown here, the selected cell address is F4. As the selected cell contains the cell address as F4, we can say that the selected column is F and the selected row is 4. What is cell range? Children, when we select a group of cells, that is multiple cells at the same time, it is known as a cell range. If you observe the picture here, the cell range what we have selected in the picture is A1 to D7. Children, all of you know that using MS Excel we can do calculations. These calculations can be done in two ways, particularly one using a formula and the second one is using the functions which are default present in MS Excel. Now let us see how to do the calculations using a formula. What is a formula? A formula is an equation that performs a calculation and has a special format. Every formula in MS Excel starts with equal to sign. So every formula contains most of the elements which are given under. 1 is equal to sign. Second one is values or the cell references, and the third one mathematical operators depending upon the calculation what we are doing, and fourth one we can include functions like sum, average, etc. And the last one is parentheses, which are used to control the order of preference. Children, if you observe the following picture, you can understand how to apply the formula for doing calculations. If you take the example here, the values are present in C2, D2, E2, and the total value where I want to store is present in F2. F2 is nothing but total of 3 subjects: science, social, maths. So how did I apply the formula? If you observe, every formula should start with is equal to sign. So you have to start the formula with is equal to. The first value is present in C2, so I have given C2, and the calculation which I want to do here is addition, so I have used the mathematical operator plus. So in the same way, after typing the plus symbol, I have given the cell reference D2, and again mathematical operator plus, and next last cell address is or cell reference is E2. Children, all of you know that if you want to do the calculations, we have to use the operators in the formula. So when we have more than one operator in a formula, then we have to follow a rule which tells us the order in which we have to do the calculations. Now from this screen or in this screen, you can understand the order which we have to follow. If more than one operator is present in the formula, first preference should be given for the brackets, then second preference should be given for the power, next preference should be given for the multiplication or division. Suppose if both multiplication and division are there, whichever comes first from the left side, that operator should be given first preference. And last but not the least is addition or subtraction. Here also, if both addition and subtraction operators are there, we have to give preference for the first operator which comes from the left. Children, from the examples which are shown here, you will understand the operator precedence or operator preference. If you take the first example, 4 asterisk, asterisk means multiplication symbol, into 3 plus 2. Here the operators are asterisk symbol and plus symbol. If we take the preference, first preference should be given to the multiplication rather than addition. So first multiplication will be done. So 4 into 3, 12. So 12 plus 2, 14 will be the result. In the same way, if you take the last example, 3 power 2 plus 4 divided by 2. Here what are the operators present are power, addition symbol or addition operator, and division symbol, that is slash. If we take the preference, first preference should be given to the power. So 3 power 2. So 3 3s are 9. Next preference should be given to the division. 4 divided by 2, 2. So last preference will come to the addition operator, that is 9 plus 2 is equal to 11. So when you are having more than one operator in the calculations or in the formulas, the above order should be followed. In session 1, you have learnt about basics of MS Excel, like what is MS Excel, how to open MS Excel, what are the screen elements of MS Excel, what are rows and columns, and what are cells.